I told you that 2025 is going to be the best year for travel in decades? But here's the catch: most travelers are still choosing the same old destinations, missing out on the real hidden gems. Are you ready to be ahead of the curve? I remember the first time I landed in a country I had never even considered visiting. It wasn't Paris, Rome, or Tokyo. It was a small coastal town in Portugal, where the streets smelled of freshly baked pastéis de nata, and the sound of fado music echoed through the alleyways. It was magical. And that's the thing about travel, it's not just about checking off famous landmarks. It's about experiencing the soul of a place, feeling its pulse, and finding moments that stay with you forever. In this video, I'm revealing the top 10 countries to visit in 2025, but not just the usual suspects. We're talking about destinations that are about to explode in popularity, places that offer the perfect mix of culture, adventure, and affordability. Plus, I'll share exclusive travel hacks and insights that will make your 2025 journeys unforgettable. Let's dive in. Let's face it, travel in 2025 isn't the same as it was 5 years ago. Technology has completely changed how we explore the world. With AI-powered travel assistants, real-time language translation apps, and digital nomad visas becoming the norm, smart tourism is taking over. Imagine booking a trip where your itinerary is built by AI based on your personal preferences. Want a food tour in Bangkok? An AI system finds the best-rated street food vendors, optimizing your route for maximum taste and minimum wait time. Looking for off-the-beaten-path hiking trails in Argentina? AI scans real-time weather data, user reviews, and even trail congestion reports to suggest the perfect adventure. So, while technology enhances our travel experiences, it can't replace them. And that's why we need to talk about the top 10 countries to visit in 2025. Portugal, the timeless European gem. Portugal has always been a travel favorite, but in 2025, it's about to become the European hotspot. Why? Simple, stunning landscapes, affordable luxury, and a food scene that rivals its neighbors. Let's start with Lisbon. It's a city where history meets hipster vibes. Picture this: you're walking on cobblestone streets, trams rattling past, and every corner is an Instagram-worthy moment. Whether it's sipping espresso at a riverside cafe or exploring the medieval Castelo de São Jorge, Lisbon is pure magic. But if you really want to experience Portugal's charm, Porto is where you should be. Home to port wine, stunning riverside views, and fewer crowds than Lisbon, it's perfect for a relaxed but vibrant city break. And let's not forget Douro Valley, where the vineyards stretch as far as the eye can see. Ever tried sipping wine while cruising down a river? This is the place to do it. But here's the real secret: the Azores and Madeira Islands. If you think Portugal is just about cities, think again. The Azores are like Hawaii meets Iceland, filled with volcanic craters, lush greenery, and natural hot springs. Madeira, often called the Hawaii of Europe, is famous for dramatic cliffs and year-round warm weather. So, whether you want history, adventure, or just some of the best food in Europe, Portugal is the perfect mix. Japan, tradition meets future. Japan has always been a traveler's dream. But in 2025, it's entering a new golden era of tourism. Why? Because Japan isn't just a country, it's a perfect blend of ancient tradition and cutting-edge technology. Let's start with Osaka, a city that is quickly becoming the new Tokyo. Why? Lower prices, fewer crowds, and a street food culture that will change your life. Picture yourself in Dotonbori, surrounded by the glow of neon signs, biting into a crispy, gooey takoyaki octopus balls while watching the riverboats float by. But Japan isn't just about the big cities. Kyoto remains a must-visit, and in 2025, it's more magical than ever. Imagine walking through the Arashiyama bamboo forest in complete silence, feeling the cool breeze and hearing the whispers of bamboo leaves. Or visiting the Fushimi Inari Shrine, with its seemingly endless torii gates glowing under the morning sun. And then, there's Japan's ultra-modern side. In 2025, the latest bullet train expansions make it easier than ever to explore the country. Want to visit the snowy landscapes of Hokkaido in winter and be in tropical Okinawa the next day? No problem. Japan's rail network makes it possible. And let's not forget the future of entertainment. From real-life Mario Kart racing in Tokyo to new AI-driven robot hotels, Japan is pushing the boundaries of travel experiences. South Africa, the land of safari and adventure. South Africa is not just about safaris. It's a country where every landscape is an adventure, and in 2025, it's rising to the top of must-visit destinations. First things first, the Big Five. If you've ever dreamed of seeing lions, elephants, rhinos, leopards, and buffalo in their natural habitat, this is where it happens. Kruger National Park is the ultimate safari experience, and with new luxury eco-lodges, you can experience the wild while staying in 5-star comfort. But South Africa isn't just about wildlife. Let's talk about Cape Town. Imagine standing on top of Table Mountain, watching the sun set over the Atlantic Ocean. Below you, the city sparkles, its streets filled with music, art, and some of the best food in Africa. Speaking of food, South African wineries are booming in 2025. The Cape Winelands, just outside the city, offer world-class wine tasting experiences at half the price of Napa Valley. And here's a hidden gem most tourists miss: the Drakensberg Mountains. This is where you go if you want to escape the crowds and experience some of the most breathtaking hiking trails in the world. Think lush green valleys, towering peaks, and waterfalls that look like something out of a fantasy movie. Argentina, from tango to Patagonia. Argentina in 2025 is the perfect mix of culture, adventure, and affordability. This is a country where you can start your day dancing tango in Buenos Aires and end it hiking glaciers in Patagonia. Let's begin with Buenos Aires, the heart and soul of Argentina. This city never sleeps. The streets are alive with music, art, and some of the best steak on earth. Seriously, if you've never tried an Argentinian asado barbecue, you haven't lived. And the best part? The food here is ridiculously affordable compared to Europe or the US. But the real magic of Argentina lies in Patagonia. Imagine standing in front of Perito Moreno Glacier, watching giant ice chunks crash into the turquoise waters below, or trekking through Fitzroy, where jagged peaks rise against the sky, creating one of the most surreal landscapes on the planet. And let's not forget Mendoza, Argentina's wine capital. If you love Malbec, this is your paradise. Picture yourself sipping wine at the foot of the Andes, surrounded by rolling vineyards and clear blue skies. Thailand, the ultimate digital nomad haven. Thailand has always been a favorite for travelers, but in 2025, it's more than just a vacation spot. It's the ultimate destination for remote workers, backpackers, and luxury travelers alike. First, let's talk about beaches. Yes, Phuket and Koh Samui are still incredible, but the real magic lies in hidden islands like Koh Light and Koh Kood. These places feel like the Thailand of 30 years ago, quiet, untouched, and breathtakingly beautiful. And then there's Bangkok. This city has evolved into a food and tech capital, where Michelin-starred street food stalls serve dishes that cost less than $5. If you're looking for the best pad thai, boat noodles, or mango sticky rice, this is where you'll find it. But what really makes Thailand stand out in 2025? The new digital nomad visa. With co-living spaces popping up in Chiang Mai, Koh Phangan, and even Bangkok, Thailand is now the #1 spot for location-independent entrepreneurs. Imagine waking up, working from a beachside cafe, and spending your evenings exploring ancient temples or vibrant night markets. Italy, the country that feels like a dream. Italy in 2025 is more than just Rome and Venice. This is a country where every region feels like a different world. Let's start with Venice. You've probably heard people say it's overcrowded, but here's the trick: visit in the off-season. Imagine gliding through the canals in January or February, when the city is quiet, misty, and utterly romantic. Then there's Tuscany, where a new agritourism movement is taking over. More travelers are choosing to stay on local farms, learning to make homemade pasta, pressing olives for oil, and sipping Chianti straight from the vineyard. And then there's Sicily, a destination that's becoming the hottest travel spot in Italy. Why? Authentic culture, jaw-dropping landscapes, and some of the best food in Europe, all at half the price of Rome or Milan. Canada, the wilderness and the cities. Canada is huge, so huge that even if you traveled non-stop for a year, you wouldn't see everything. But in 2025, certain spots are standing out more than ever. Let's start with Banff and Jasper National Parks. Picture this: towering mountains, turquoise lakes, and wildlife roaming freely. Moraine Lake, with its surreal blue waters, looks straight out of a dream. And if you're lucky, you might spot a grizzly bear fishing for salmon or a moose crossing the road. But Canada isn't just about the wilderness. Toronto is having a moment, thanks to its multicultural food revolution. Where else can you eat authentic Ethiopian injera for breakfast, Indian butter chicken for lunch, and the best dim sum outside of Hong Kong for dinner? This city is a foodie's paradise. And for a true bucket list experience, head north to Yukon and watch the northern lights dance across the sky. If you think the aurora is beautiful in pictures, wait until you see it in real life. It feels like the universe is alive. Australia, a continent of wonders. Australia is a country, a continent, and an adventure all in one. In 2025, it's better than ever, with new eco-tourism initiatives, Indigenous-led experiences, and a renewed focus on protecting its natural wonders. Let's start with the Great Barrier Reef. For years, people worried that it was disappearing, but thanks to massive conservation efforts, the reef is recovering. If you've ever dreamed of diving among colorful coral, swimming with sea turtles, or spotting a giant manta ray, this is your chance. Then there's Melbourne, a city that feels like a giant art gallery mixed with a cafe paradise. Every alley is covered in street art, and the coffee culture here is so serious that even Italians admit it's world-class. But the biggest trend in 2025? Indigenous tourism. More travelers are exploring the outback with Aboriginal guides, learning about Dreamtime stories and ancient rock art. Places like Uluru and Kakadu National Park are more than just scenic, they're spiritually powerful. Greece, the mythical escape. Greece in 2025 is still the most magical place on Earth. But here's the secret: skip the touristy spots and go deeper. Yes, Santorini is beautiful. The whitewashed houses, blue domes, and golden sunsets over the caldera? Unreal. But here's a pro tip: visit in April or October when it's cheaper, quieter, and even more magical. But the real treasures of Greece? Crete, Naxos, and the Peloponnese. Crete has hidden beaches, mountains, and the best food in the country. You haven't lived until you've had fresh seafood in Chania or a glass of raki from a tiny taverna. Naxos is like Santorini without the crowds, and the beaches here are some of the best in Europe. The Peloponnese is where Greek mythology comes to life. Visit ancient Olympia, explore medieval castles, and hike through olive groves that have existed since the time of Homer. Indonesia, the next big travel trend. The island of Bali? Of course, it's still paradise. But in 2025, the smart travelers are going beyond Bali. Let's start with Komodo Island. This place is insane: pink sand beaches, crystal clear waters, and dragons. Yes, actual Komodo dragons, the largest lizards on Earth. But hurry, Komodo might limit tourism soon to protect its fragile ecosystem. Then there's Raja Ampat, which has been called the best diving spot on the planet. The coral reefs here are untouched, the water is every shade of blue, and you can swim with manta rays and whale sharks. And if you want a mix of adventure and culture, Yogyakarta is the place to be. This is the heart of Java, home to Borobudur, the world's largest Buddhist temple, and Prambanan, a stunning Hindu temple complex. Indonesia isn't just a country, it's 17,000 islands waiting to be explored. What's next? The future of travel. Travel in 2025 isn't just about destinations, it's about experiences. AI-powered trip planning is making travel easier than ever. Eco-tourism is booming, with more travelers choosing sustainable options. Digital nomad visas are giving people the freedom to live and work from anywhere. The world has never been more accessible. So, the real question is, where will you go next? The future of travel. What's coming next? Travel in 2025 isn't just about visiting new places, it's about experiencing the world in entirely new ways. For decades, people have traveled for the same reasons: adventure, relaxation, culture, and food. But the way we experience these things is evolving at an unprecedented rate. The rise of AI, sustainable tourism, and new modes of transportation is reshaping the way we explore the world. Let's take a deep dive into what's changing and how you can take advantage of these new travel trends. AI-powered travel. Smarter, faster, cheaper. Gone are the days of spending hours researching flights, accommodations, and itineraries. In 2025, AI-powered travel assistants do all of this for you. Imagine this: you tell an AI what type of trip you want: luxury, budget, adventure, or relaxation. It scans millions of flight and hotel prices in real time and finds the cheapest options based on your preferences. It predicts the best time to book flights based on past trends and upcoming fare changes. It even suggests hidden gem destinations that match your interests but haven't been overrun by tourists. AI is even making language barriers disappear. Real-time translation apps now let you speak fluently with locals in any language, breaking down the biggest obstacle to cultural immersion. But technology isn't just making travel easier, it's making it more immersive. Budget versus luxury travel. Where's the best value? Here's the truth: some of the best travel experiences don't cost a fortune. In 2025, some of the cheapest destinations offer the most incredible experiences. Vietnam, $1 street food meals, $10 luxury massages, and stunning beaches. Mexico, incredible history, mouth-watering food, and boutique hotels for half the price of Europe. Georgia, Europe's best-kept secret, with mountain villages and wine that's older than history itself. But for those who want to splurge, luxury travel is evolving too. Imagine staying in an underwater hotel in the Maldives, waking up to fish swimming outside your window, or taking a private jet safari across Africa, landing in remote destinations no tourist has ever set foot in. The key to travel in 2025 is knowing where to spend and where to save. But no matter your budget, staying safe while traveling is more important than ever. How to stay safe and avoid tourist traps in 2025. With travel booming again, so are scams and tourist traps. But smart travelers know how to avoid the most common mistakes. Here are some must-know safety tips. Avoid airport taxi scams and always use ride-sharing apps or official taxi stands. Watch out for fake travel agencies and only book through verified sites with real reviews. Be cautious with currency exchange and use ATMs inside banks, not street exchange booths. Stay in well-reviewed accommodations and read reviews carefully to avoid hidden fee or bad locations. Protect your digital identity. Use a VPN when using public Wi-Fi to prevent hacking. And here's a big one: always research local laws and customs. Some things that seem harmless, like chewing gum in Singapore or taking photos in military areas, can get you fined or arrested. But if you travel smart, you'll experience the world in ways most people never will. Why you should start traveling now? Here's a fact: the world is changing fast. The places that are untouched today might be overrun with tourists in just a few years. Some of the most beautiful landscapes might disappear due to climate change. So, what are you waiting for? If you've been dreaming of exploring Japan, do it before prices skyrocket. If you've always wanted to see the northern lights, don't wait until the best viewing spots are booked out. If you're curious about living in another country, now is the time to apply for that digital nomad visa. Travel isn't just about seeing new places, it's about expanding your mind, meeting incredible people, and collecting stories that last a lifetime. So pack your bags, book that flight, and start exploring. The world is waiting. And remember, this journey never ends. So, where will you go first? Will it be the breathtaking fjords of Iceland, the sun-soaked beaches of Thailand, the wild safaris of South Africa? Drop a comment below and let me know. And if you found this guide helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you never miss a travel video. See you on the next adventure. Safe travels, wanderers!